Hi, this is Project Spark Alphabet. I'm Lady Dex UK, and today we are doing the letter W. For my prop, I have chosen the wooden crate, and for my brain tile, I've chosen World Picker. So let's start off with World Picker. Now, what is it? World Picker is what you use in order to choose a level to link to. So let's imagine I've got a player. He goes through this door, and when he goes through this door, he goes to another level entirely, a completely new world. So we'll create that. Let's put this logic cube behind here. We'll scale that up like that, and we'll say when you bump player, we're going to go to World Properties Campaign, and we're going to a world, and here's our World Picker tile, and this is what you get. And it looks as if it's broken because there is nothing there. There's nothing to see. Don't worry, it's not broken. You'll see that change feed is highlighted. It's in green. Press A, and then you get this community game categories, and then it says syncing. Now it might take a while. That was quite quick because it's done it before, but it might take a while, and then it will come up with this. This is your only option because obviously there is no community area anymore. So you can only go to My Worlds. You go to My Worlds, press A, and here are all of your created worlds that you can choose to link to. Let's link to tentacles. So there we go. I have created a level link. Let's test it out. So we're going to test. Okay, so I'm going to test my level link. There we go. Open the door. I'm going to go through the door, and voila, I have linked to tentacles. So we've gone into another world, and there we are. We're in the tentacles world now with its weird tentacles. Okay, now we do this, and then we're going to exit. So we exit, and there we go. We've lost continue, and we've already got the option. We've gone back to the main area here. So if we go back into continue, PSAW, which was Project Spark W, what do we get? Do we get the door? Aha! There we have our door. But I have done this a few times, and I've actually lost the door completely. So it's always best to save your level before you test a level link. Otherwise you might lose everything that you've done, and be aware you're going to come out of your level. So there we go. That is world linking. It isn't broken. You've just got to keep pressing A until you get to your worlds. And there's a nice and simple way of creating a portal link with a logic cube bump. That works really well. And you can put that in an area. You can make it really, really big. And you can have multiple ones there. So any one of them would send you to a world. So there you go. There's level linking in Project Spark. It's still working. Right, here is our wooden crate. I've done two things here. There are various options on wooden crates. Let me type the word crate in here. Right, you have the sci-fi crate. We don't worry about that. We're interested in the wooden crate. So we've got an explosive version, a wooden version, a broken one, a wooden crate that's open, and a lid. So let's use all of these, apart from the explosive one. Let's use these to play about with the wooden crate and see what we can create. So here we have a wooden crate, and here we have a templated broken crate. So when Starty2 is dead, we're going to create a random number between 1 and 3. And if that random number is a 1, we're going to create that templated broken wooden crate and a coin. And we're going to say destroy after death is false, but we'll make it invisible. So we're making the original crate invisible, and we're not going to have that coin's brain active, and we're going to say we have got treasure. If we've got treasure, as a countdown timer, and then that coin's brain will become active, and then we're going to destroy the original crate. So now we're going to add an extra random option. So when started to random equals 2, we are going to create that wooden crate. At position. So it's gonna. So if it creates a 1, it's going to create a crate with a coin, and if it's going to do 2, it's just going to create a crate. So let's get rid of these. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And we're going to destroy these crates and see what happens. So 1. Okay, that has created a crate, broken crate with a coin, which I can collect. That one just destroyed. It didn't create a broken crate. That one created one with a coin. That just created a broken crate. So you can see we've got different options on this. It's create a random loot. Sometimes it creates a broken crate with a coin, sometimes it creates a broken crate without a coin, and sometimes it just breaks apart. And you could also put timers in these wooden crates so that they disappear after a few seconds as well. So you haven't got all these wooden crates lying around the place. And there we go. Now then, here we have a wooden crate. It's an open one, and I've got a lid on it. So let's have a look at that. So we got a little crate opens up, and there's some treasure inside, and I can pick up the treasure. And now I can close the crate. There we are. So that creates a customized box. There we go. And you can also make it quite fancy, like so. So let's have a look at the code here. Okay, we have our open crate. Let me just, there we go, it's open crate. And we've got a lid, and we've got a cylinder which is invisible, and that acts as our hinge. Now in the crate we've got an interact. First of all, we'll say treasure is false. When there is no treasure, so the treasure is false, and you interact with it, toggle has power. So we're giving power to this crate, and we've used a power link between this crate and this hinge. So it says when it has power, open equals true, and for 2 seconds it's going to turn an angle of -2, and we've attached our crate lid to the hinge, so it will open up the crate. When open, once wooden crate treasure equals true, and after a countdown timer of 2, we're going to create some treasure. So the treasure equals the treasure pile at the crate's center position. And once it's open and then it does not have power, then that means we're closing it. For 2 seconds, we're going to turn that angle by 2. So it will close again. But it will only do that if you've picked up the treasure. And here is our treasure. When interacted, it pick up me. If it's held in inventory, then the wooden crate treasure equals false. And then we'll power it off, because if we pick it up, it's still got this special effect playing on it. So it's got it makes you look like you've got shiny insides, which isn't very good. So make sure you turn the power off. Now this one here is very similar. You know, I've got the hinges on the corners. They're all power linked. When it has power, we'll say open is true. When it's open for 2 seconds, we're going to turn the angle of -2. If it does not have power, we're going to say close is true and open is false. If close is true, then duration of 2, turn angle of 2. When it has power, close equals false and open is true. And in our open crate, we have got a toggle on interact. Interact toggle has power. So there's no treasure in this box, but you could amalgamate the 2 codes and put treasure in it. So there you go. So you can have these wonderful angles. These are good for doors, for opening boxes, and obviously you can turn these things in all sorts of ways. You can have some amazing box opening animations. It all depends on your imagination. Okay, well, thanks for watching. That was the letter W, and this is Project Spark Alphabet. I'm Lady Lex UK, and keep sparking.